Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats, Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Yellow Jackets will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will get the first possession of the game. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Gets it out quickly. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Noles! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Yellow Jackets offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Gets it out fast. He's finally herded out of bounds. Really good pickup on 3rd down, and still not quite enough to move the chains. And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10 here. Handoff from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Back to throw, it's Demania. Snags it over the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. From the gun, into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Seminoles. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and N'Kobe Dean. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
To the ground, he's got it again. He breaks a tackle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home, gets the sack on 3rd down.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
He rifles one deep to the left. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. You saw it on that last play coming away with a pick.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Off play action on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Right back to him on the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And David, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Demania. He's got the tight end. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time. Going up top. Grabs it inside the 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. To throw, it's Demania. And he's going to score. Touchdown, no! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Shakes off the tackler. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, it's a great individual effort by the running back on that last play. It's 3rd and forever. He tried to get his team the first down. Not enough. Let's see what they do on 4th.
And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Back to throw, it's Demania. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
Trying to get to it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes.
And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta.
And the Noles will kick it away to crank up the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. It's complete to the left. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Yellow Jackets in the hurry up.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quick strike complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Snags it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Demania. Unloads to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Noles are on the move. They'll try the right side. Still running at the 40. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. He wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Got his man quickly. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Looking to throw on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He wants to throw it again. Working that left side now. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Quick completion to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to run it. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. On third down, going up top. He's got his man. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback checking the play. To the air, it's Demania. Pulls it in. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
It's caught. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
If they can pay off this third and goal opportunity, man, and he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles! They push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Logan Thomas, Tyrod Taylor, and the great Michael Vick used to do. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got his man on the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Here's the deal. They're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
The offense will put in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing.
Throws toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job.
That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum, 3rd and short from inside the 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football.
Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! What a catch and run for 6.
Nice job by the... Putting points points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Hands it off. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Scanning the field, it's Demania. Fires to the tight end. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the done.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.